Howdy folks, this is Al, and I am playing ROKH, R-O-K-H. I don't know what that means, but it's a survival game based on Mars. Mars is, of course, a very hostile place, and your goal is to survive, quite simply. You gotta have oxygen, food, water, gotta protect yourself from the heat, the cold, radiation, injury. Evidently no PvP yet, no monsters, no aliens, no terrorists, which is part of the storyline, but I haven't seen them actually in reality in the game yet to really do anything about. But you get in, you build things. It's very cool. It's very, very basic. It's kind of scientifically based. There are actually alloys that you can create from the materials you find, and lots of different little things. So it's definitely more scientific than, say, no offense or anything, but Minecraft or something like that. I'm really enjoying it. It is in early access. It's just can't come out yesterday on the 16th of May. So let's jump right in and see what you think. So here we are, choosing our landing site. I like B1, C1, doesn't matter. The further south you go, the worse it gets. So I'm thinking I can stay the farthest north I can be. There's a lot of meteors to drop in there, though. Let's just see if I can get in on Al. See if they don't kick me out for your name only has 2 letters, sir. That's not possible. Get that a lot. A surprising number of times that I've been said, no, your name can't be Al. I'm like, well, what? Yeah. Is it gonna be Albert, Albert, Alberic? Al-Anon? No, completely different thing. So ROKH looks like a fun game. I'm enjoying it so far. It's been a challenge because it's in beta, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff that could be crazy. 2, there's not a great deal of documentation. It's kind of feel your way through it in a lot of ways. I have watched a couple of people play it just to see what it was about before I decided to get it, and it gives you a general idea of, hey, this is this and that is that, but realistically, you're kind of on your own, and like literally on your own. Look at that beautiful sky. Yeah. Is that the Milky Way? I don't think that would be the Milky Way, right? Any of you astronomy buffs out there, you can tell me? All right, so this is basically an abandoned base. It doesn't have much to offer. You can't go inside and live, unfortunately, which is terrible, but you can find several things in these areas. One, somebody else's shuttle or pod crashed. But that beeping noise is treasure. I call it treasure. It's not really treasure, but there's one there on top. I'll get that one first. The other thing it'll give you, though, is energy. You can come to this thing, and there's no indicator that you charged up your battery, but it charges up your battery. You actually have to watch it. I think there should be a beep or something. I think it should just go beep. Like, yeah, you charged up your stuff. All right, so we'll come up here and jetpack. Yeah. And these things, the orange ones have basic materials in them. NV, which I don't know what that stands for. Wish I did. And an NV rod. Take all. Yeah. Because what we need to do, clonk, 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 is take out our sonic screwdriver. Yep, it's a screwdriver. And I can't stab with it. I can only open this menu, so. But you use the tools in your hotbar to make things, basically. That's your crafting section so far. You will build machines from what I've seen. And I'm going to make a pickaxe, because you always make a pickaxe, right? Well, I got a rod and a spike? I do. Alright, got an M rod. I don't know what M stands for. I got an S spike. Don't know what S stands for. But I know how to craft stuff. And eventually I'm going to put another spike and some blades and a clamp. Because clamps are cool. Alright, so put that down here so we can repair it. And the next thing I'm going to want to make is a hammer, because you can make other things with a hammer that you can't make. Like a pickaxe is just a breaker, whereas a wrench repairs your stuff. So you need rods and spikes. But to get rods and spikes, and I think even now you've got a lathe to make a cog, but a spike is crafted by hammer or a metal press, which again is a machine. So I need to make a hammer first, so I need a rod and a bar. I got a rod, I just need a bar. Now you can't make anything when you start out, really. I mean, you make a tool with materials you found, but you can't make resources. You can't make bars and spikes and stuff, which is kind of Yeah, kind of worrisome for me as a survivor type mentality. So I can't actually make my own stuff. I gotta find it. This thing's gonna be on a roof somewhere. This beeper is gonna be nowhere I can get it. Yeah, it's probably on top of that tower. So we're just gonna move this away and see. Find another one because there's a lot of boxes, as we call it, a lot of treasure chests around, but you can't make a hammer to make spikes and such until you've found enough parts. So you basically have to walk around and find parts before you can even get into, using your pickaxe to break resources and things like that. So what did I need? A bar? I think I needed a bar. Come on. Come on, right on top. Open up. Open. What's wrong? Open, open, open. Look away, look back, press E again. E. Look away, look back, press E. Okay, that one's broke, or I am, one or the other. Could be lag again. There's been a lot of lag, of course, on this being the very first day. You'd expect a lot of lag. I would expect a lot of lag. They're actually doing really well as far as having gotten a lot of the bugs out that you don't worry about. So, open, yeah, rod in a bar. And then I want to go ahead and get this one because this is a multiplayer server. And it's quite possible someone else could come up and grab it. Oxygen and dried mangoes. Oh, yeah. All right. This, and then I'm going to make a hammer with a rod and a bar, a rod and a bar, and a crafty. Yeah. You don't have to wait for these to be created. If you're crafting, you can still jump out of this menu and walk around and what have you, but I really like having, with a hammer or a tool like that, I like watching because I want to use it immediately, or at least know that it's done immediately. So I can go ahead and switch it in. Now I have the ability to take raw materials and make them into spikes and bars and all that stuff, and rods and spikes and bars and rods, boots and pants and boots and pants. But speaking of, I see a resource. Hopefully it's tin or iron. There's a lot of other resources that I really don't know enough about. But tin, yeah. Yay. Is that really loud? Just seems really loud to me. Did that bump me out of the game? Yeah, it did, didn't it? Ugh. Smartest of all. All right, so at least evidently it wasn't just me coming back for that audio check. I'm up here now. Why am I up here? Didn't I already leave this spot? Am I in the right spot? Where the heck am I? Oh, something's wrong. Something's very wrong. But there's the familiar ping. The familiar unending ping. Mint cake and oxygen. Wait, I don't have all this stuff.